for the most awaited moment of the day. A moment we all have been waiting for so patiently. I now invite on stage the Most Reverend Father General Arturo Sosa, SJ. Thank you, Father.
Dear friends, part of this important event, we have already read all the names, so I will just say, brothers and sisters, welcome today. And I will share with you some comments, some points. The first one is about this moment. Today is a moment of grace, history and vision. We gather not only to inaugurate a building, but to unveil a dream long cherished by the Ranchi province of the Society of Jesus and by the people of Simdega. A dream now shaped into this new and beautiful campus of St. Xavier College, Simdega. Since 1540, Jesuit education has sought to form men and women for and with others, competent, compassionate, and commitment to the common good. This college is the latest chapter in that global mission. Simdega is a land rich in tribal culture, courage, and resilience. Yet, it is also a land where many struggle with poverty, unemployment, educational deprivation, and migration due to a lack of opportunities. The founding of St. Xavier College in 2016, beginning modestly at the Apostolic campus, 56 students and 15 professors, was a direct response to these realities. Today, as we step into this new campus, we celebrate not only its architectural beauty, but its social purpose also. The 72% tribal population of this district deserve accessible, affordable, and high-quality education. Jesuit education here is therefore not a luxury. It is a moral responsibility and a missionary calling. Let me recall what is the vision, the Jesuit vision of education that transforms. Jesuit education worldwide rests on three foundational pillars. First, depth of thought. We form individuals who think critically, analyze deeply, and discern wisely. The Jesuit document, characteristic of a Jesuit education, states, we aim to educate the whole person to the fullness of their humanity. Second, magnanimity and generosity. The Latin root of magis, our guiding ideal, means the more, the greater good. Magis is not about ambition, but about service, seeking not only what is more, but also what is better for the greater glory of God and humanity. Third pillar, formation in faith, justice, and solidarity. Faith that does justice is the heart of Jesuit work. In Simdega, this means strengthening the voices of the marginalized. This means stressing the voices of the empowered tribal youth and committing ourselves to the dignity and rights of every single person. A word about this new campus. New campus, a new chapter, a new responsibility. The college has witnessed a steady growth in students' numbers, improvement in academic performance, and growing visibility in the region. This new environment of this campus marks a turning point. Here, future leaders of Jakalan and India will be formed. Leaders imbued with a sense of justice and love for the poor. The educational trust of the Society of Jesus today. The Society of Jesus has articulated, as we have listened before, 4 universal apostolic preferences, which guide all our ministries worldwide. They provide the framework for what this college must strive for. First, showing the way to God. This campus must provide spaces of reflection, discernment, silence, and dialogue. Young people today face enormous pressures, digital distraction, identity confusion, loneliness, and lack of direction. This college must help a student discover meaning, purpose, inner freedom, and hope in life. And all this should lead them to God. Second, walking with the excluded. This is a call to stand with the poor, the marginalized, the indigenous, and those denied dignity. Simdega, with its tribal majority, remind us that our mission is not academic excellence alone, but also social equality, cultural dignity, and the empowerment of communities. This college must always remain a home for the excluded, not a fortress for the privileged. Third, journeying with youth. Young people are the protagonists of change. The Jesuit document, Jesuits and Youth Ministry says, accompanying youth is not an option. It is a sacred responsibility. Here in Simdega, you have the opportunity of accompanying young men and women who may be the first in their families to enter higher education, who dream for a better life, who carry the aspirations of entire communities. 4, caring for our common home. Inspired by the encyclical of Pope Francis, Laudato Si, Jesuit education must foster ecological consciousness. Simdega is blessed with forests, wide rivers, and rich biodiversity. The new campus should become a model of ecological sensitivity, solar energy, water harvesting, waste reduction, and green landscaping. Let this place teach students that caring for creation is not an academic subject, but a way of life. A comment about the vision, mission, and motto of St. Xavier College, Simdega, in the context of this universal apostolic preference. Your vision to build a just, secular, and democratic society, and to form credible, creative, and socially committed citizens, especially for the service of the poor, the oppressed, and the marginalized, echoes the very heart of Jesuit education. It reminds us that learning is not meant solely for personal advancement, but for transforming society through conscience, compassion, commitment, and competence. In your mission, I see a roadmap that aligns well with the universal apostolic preferences of the Society of Lucens et Ardens, let your light shine, is not merely a poetic phrase, but a prophetic call to each one of you to radiate the light of wisdom, compassion, courage, and integrity in a world that often struggles with shadow of inequality and injustice. Let me give a call to the professors and staff of this college. Respected professors and staff, your intellectual competence, moral integrity, and compassionate presence are invaluable to shape the future of the students who pass through portals of this institution. I ask you, I call you to become mentors, guides, and companions of young minds. You can do through teaching with passion, accompanying with passion, correcting with love, and being an inspiration by the example of your life. And also a call to government leaders and administrations that accompany us today, to our respected government and officials of every department. This college stands ready to collaborate with you and depends on your collaboration in order to meet its objectives and goals. We need to work together in order to transform Simdega into a model district of educational empowerment and social progress. To Jesuits of the Ranchi province, my Jesuit brothers in the Ranchi province, your predecessors, missionaries, teachers, pastors, and social workers walk through forests, live in remote villages, learn tribal languages, and gave their life for the people of Chotanagpur. You inherit this sacred mission. The new campus is not merely a sign of achievement. It is a renewed call to humility, to service, and to a creative mission. My dear students, you are the reason of this institution. This institution exists for you. Education is not only a privilege, it is a responsibility. I invite you, dear students, to 3 commitments.
Father, this is how our students express our love towards you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. You have made this day a memorable one for us.
This is a present for our bishop and the community here is a reproduction of a very loved image for the society of Jesus. It's Our Lady of the Way. Our Lady of the Way is a devotion that started with Ignacio de Loyola, St. Francis Xavier, and all the first companions, because it was a small chapel very close to the house, the first house of the Society of Jesus in Rome. And now it's part of the Church of the Jesus in Rome. Our Lady of the Way, because we are pilgrims, we are in the way, and we need her to accompany us in this difficult but necessary and joyful way. So, in the name of the society, I will give it to you immediately. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. I request our students to please escort Father to his seat. And at the same time, I request everyone to please give a standing ovation to the Most Reverend Father General Arturo Sosa. Please give a huge round of applause for Father for his wonderful guidance and blessings. Please give a huge round of applause at this great memorable moment in the history of XAVIER'S, Simdega. Thank you, Father. I request everyone to please be seated.